a proper gallop, increasing all the time. So basically, at the start of the race, who gets the number 2 spot will be the guy who jumps the best.
And what a fabulous stage it is. You could see the crowd there.
That's it. They're ready. They're racing. And Nathaniel began well on the outside. Debussy has begun okay, but he's put the brakes on immediately. Ahmed Ejtebi. He slowed them in the early stages, and just in behind them on the inside, caught in the centre there is Sir Nicholas Abbey. Workforce on his outside, and Rewilding has settled in the rear. Well, this is not what we expected. We expected him to set an even good pace, Debussy, but he's going a crawl. He's on the outside here, and he's pulling hard. He's pulling Ejtebi almost out of the saddle, and Nathaniel, William Buick, is forced to take it up. So it's Nathaniel, the early leader, from Debussy up on the outside. Then tucked away behind them, locked in third position on the rail is Sir Nicholas Abbey, Joseph O'Brien. On his outside is Workforce, with Ryan Moore sitting there on an even rein. He probably wanted him to go half a stride faster, though. And last is Rewilding as they race down into Swinley Bottom. And now he's allowing Debussy to stride on a little bit. He goes on by 2 lengths to Nathaniel in second. 2 lengths away then Workforce up on the outside of St Nicholas Abbey, and 2 lengths away Rewilding, Frankie Dettori at the tail of the field. They race out of Swinley Bottom now, and now Ejtebi starting to clap on the pace. He's still got a tight rein on this, though. It's still Debussy by 2.5 lengths down to Nathaniel as they stride out better. Then 2 lengths further back is St Nicholas Abbey on the inside of Workforce, and I'd say Ryan Moore is sitting pretty here, and tracking him is Frankie Dettori. They race up with a furlong to go. On the far side, Nathaniel. Near side is Workforce, wearing him down now. Followed then by St Nicholas Abbey as they race up now with 100 yards to go. Workforce is heading to the outside rail. It's now Nathaniel in front, and Nathaniel has gone on to win it convincingly. In second is Workforce. What a sensation. In third then is St Nicholas Abbey, followed then by Debussy.
This horse has won the King George and Queen Elizabeth Stakes. Fantastic achievement for a 3-year-old.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming into the winner's enclosure, the winner of the 2011 King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes, the only 3-year-old in the race, Nathaniel, ridden by William Buick and trained by John Gosden, Lady Rothschild, the successful owner.
Nathaniel, the winner of a dramatic King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes, sponsored by Betfair. Nathaniel at 11-2. Workforce is second at 6-5 and favourite. And third, St Nicholas Abbey at 7-2. And it was exactly what we weren't expecting right from the time the stalls opened here today. There's William Buick, his biggest win. And here he is, William, talking to Rishi after this big performance.
Congratulations to winning jockey William Buick. William, your first King George. Just take us through how it went for you.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say how sorry I am for Rewilding and the connections. It's never nice to see that happen, and phenomenal horse. But you know, my fella, he jumped to the front. Ahmed Ejtebi obviously didn't really intend to make the run in, so I let my horse stride along. It wasn't really ideal, and I was happy when I got a lead off Ahmed Ejtebi, and I took it up turning in. And you know, his horse is getting better and better, and today he showed how good he is. I always knew he was a very good horse, but I didn't know that he's going to be as good this soon.
The closing stages, both yourself and Workforce drifting across to the left, Workforce a bit more violently than yourself. At what stage did you know that you had him beat?
Well, I could see Workforce in the corner of my eye, and you know, he obviously you got to have a lot of respect for a horse like Workforce. And I thought when he came, I could see him actually drifting further away from me, but I was going with him. And but you know, Nathaniel was never stopping, and he galloped on well to the line.
And what does a success like this mean to you, William?
It means everything. It's fantastic. King George is, you know, I remember when I came racing with my dad not so long, well, before I started riding, watched the King George, the year Goland won, and now I'm here winning the King George, and it's just a dream come true.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, 4 marks to trainer John Gosden here for suggesting that this horse be supplemented. He was supplemented for the race for £75,000, which was a bold call, particularly as this horse relatively inexperienced. He was second in the Chester Vase. He won the King Edward VII Stakes at the Royal Meeting by a wide margin and impressively, but still a big call to come into the King George against horses like Workforce and Nicholas Abbey, Rewilding, who'd won between a string of Group 1 races. So there is the horse, and he's by Galileo, continuing this sire's incredible run this season. He's also the sire of Frankel and many others.
I've got the winning trainer John Gosden with me. John, a dramatic race. If first of all we talk about the performance of your horse Nathaniel and what he's done today and how much he's improved to defeat some top-class older horses.
Yes, he won here well. He loves this track. We've been lucky. It's been a wet week. It wasn't wet during Wimbledon, but it was wet this week, and we've been lucky to get the ground. And to finish in front of a horse like Workforce is everything. He sets the standard. He's an Arc winner, a Derby winner. He's a phenomenal horse, you know.
And your horse now, John, has the world at his feet, it would seem, and Workforce, of course, he was an Arc horse, as you mentioned. Is your horse an Arc horse?
Well, with a bit of luck, we'll all meet there. Unfortunately, we have to supplement again, because we'd only broken our maiden when all these... we hadn't even broken our maiden when they shut the Arc, actually, so it hadn't been won a race, so we'll have to supplement again. But it'll be wonderful if we will meet again in Paris in October.
And a word on your young rider?
Yes, he's a very talented young man. The race was difficult to gauge because Debussy was not making a true pace and he had to go on. His horse was fighting and he showed a lot of tactical nous. But I told him, you ride it as you find it. You have no instructions. 5-horse race, you must ride it the way it comes up. Don't be held down by orders.
John, I can see that there are some mixed emotions here for you because you're obviously delighted to have won the race, but also there was obviously sadness for the Godolphin team and your good friend Franco Dettori.
Yes, and the lovely horse Rewilding. I think people watching misunderstand. I've seen horses galloping loose in a paddock do exactly what he did to himself. It's a freakish thing. He's put the leg down wrong and he's broken the cannon bone clean. And he ran down the track in front of everyone and he stopped. He was very calm and collected, and we held him, and he had to be dealt with because the leg was, as we say, completely gone. But I've seen this happen. It's just a freakish thing of nature, and I've seen it happen with, as I say, with horses running loose, you know. And he's out now, he's fine, but he was in no pain. It's the extraordinary thing about this. When they break a leg like that, it's as though nature anesthetizes them. They feel absolutely no pain. They'd feel more with a cut than with that. It's very strange, yeah. Fed him a bit of grass, he munched away, and unfortunately, he obviously had to be put down. But this is one of these freakish things that happen, and I say I've seen it happen with horses running loose without a rider on.
John, an extraordinary day. Thank you for explaining that. Congratulations on winning the King George.
Thank you.